Greetings children, welcome to the online classes. This is Aishwarya. Please like and subscribe the channel for the further updated videos. So the following video is for class 3, subject General Science, chapter 13, Soil, part 1. So in this lesson, what are we going to learn? We are going to learn what is soil, types of soil and its properties, and what are the uses of soil. These are the main concepts that we will try to cover in the chapter. So to begin with, I will read from page number 114. If you have your textbooks, please follow them. So chapter 13, soil. When we are walking on the garden, okay, you can see the picture of the garden here, or a beach. If you're walking alongside the ocean or the sea, you will walk on the beach, or a mud road. We are walking on the soil. Okay, all the three places, it's a different kind of mud, or it's a different kind of soil present. In the beach, it is the small sand particles. Mud road or gardens, it is the different kind of sand, big different kind of soil that is present in all of these three places. I'm sure each one of you must have experienced such kind of places like a garden or a beach or a mud road. So soil is a substance where plants grow. Where do plants grow? Plants grow on the soil only. A lot of creepy crawlies like to live in the soil. Creepy crawlies means small worms like earthworm and small insects like that. They like to live in the soil itself. Okay, so soil is somewhere is a part where the plants grow and small animals like to live. Such they provide nutrients, they provide proper place for the animals, and I mean, and by animals I mean the small creepy crawlies. They can grow well in the soil. The topmost layer of Earth's surface is the soil. So the topmost layer of the Earth's surface is soil. Most of our Earth, the 70% of our Earth is covered with water. There is only 20% or 20 or 30% of land that is present on Earth. That land, okay, that land, the topmost layer of that land is nothing but the soil. Okay, soil is made up of many things. Okay, soil is made up of many things, but it mainly contains two things. That is tiny broken pieces of rocks and humus. Humus. Humus or humus also you can say. Humus, the remains of dead animals and plants. Here you can see the tiny broken pieces of rocks. Soil is nothing but it is the broken pieces of huge rocks. You can see huge rocks in different places, and that huge rocks break down to form the soil. I'll tell you how it breaks down and how it happens, but for now you know that the it is made up of tiny broken pieces of rocks and humus. Humus. Humus is nothing but the remains of the dead animals and plants. What happens to the dead animals or plants? It just gets buried under the soil. Okay, after some time this animals or the plant will not be present there. It would have got converted into nutrients. Okay, such nutrients or such fertilizer is called the humus. Humus. It is nothing but the remains of the dead animals and plants. Soil also contain water and air in it. Soil also contains a certain amount of water and air in it. So how a soil formed, how the soil formation takes place. In small words, if I have to say, it is nothing but the weathering of rocks. Weathering is nothing but breaking down of the rocks. Okay, earth was made of huge rocks many millions of years ago. Because of the weather condition, like keeps on going on raining, or because of the act of wind like this, because and the force, the pressure from the sun, the heat from the sun, it broke down these huge rocks into smaller particles for making the formation of the soil. The soil is mainly formed by the process of weathering. You can see here how naturally the rock is broken down into smaller bits of pieces. If after 100 years or something, this whole rock would have broken down into much smaller smaller pieces of rocks. Okay, like that, after another 100 200 years, that small rock particles would have uh, weathered down into much smaller rock particles, okay, or the small tiny rock particles. That is how the soil formation takes place. Soil is mainly formed by the process of weathering. Weathering means it is nothing but the act of nature, like rain or sun or winter, extreme winter, like this. Any weather conditions, they come under, they form, they become the reason for breaking down of these rocks. How does it happen? Here you can see one huge rock. Water gets collected in the rock cracks. Small crack formation will take place. Okay, maybe because of the pressure from the sun. Then from in that rock crack, there'll be water. Because of the rainfall, there'll be water formation. Now, after rainfall, if there is winter and the water freezes, the water will expand, make putting more pressure on the rocks and making it to break down. Okay, that is the second step. Now when it breaks, the ice thralls, contracts the water, gets deeper into the crack again. Because the rock breaks down, the water gets deeper and deeper inside, and repeated expansion and contraction causes further cracks till the rock splits. This is how the rock formation takes place. Now I'll read out from page number 115 from your textbook. Please follow. You have learned how Earth is the rocky planet, and hence we have rocky surface. Weathering breaks down the rocks into pieces. These pieces keep breaking till there are very tiny, minute particles. This very small particles of rock become soil. Next, weathering is a natural process where wind, rain, and heat, rivers, movement of animals, etc., breaks down the rocks into tiny particles. It is very slow process and takes hundreds of years for the rocks to become soil. Okay, so people also break down rocks into to tiny particles using machines, but this is not how soil forms. Remember, the soil formed long before man started living on earth. Therefore we can say the soil was formed by weathering. So that is how the weathering of rocks happen and the soil is formed. I hope you understood till now. The remaining part of the lesson will cover up in the next class. Stay at home, stay safe, take care of yourself, keep learning, children, and please do the exercises in your textbooks as well as your workbooks. Thank you.